and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. First is a daily reading, second is a discussion on the reading followed by journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. Thanks for being here for another day of Reparenting Daily. For all those joining in for the first time, if you can go ahead and give us a like, share, subscribe, it would really help us to get some more engagement and to get some 5-star reviews on Apple and Spotify podcast, so we can go ahead and keep the word spreading about this podcast and hopefully continue to reach and help as many people as possible along their reparenting journey. That's one way to support the podcast, of course. Another announcement is that we also have a Patreon community where we meet 3 times a week on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Sunday is a group meditation, Tuesday is a book club meeting, and Thursday is an open topic discussion where we communicate. You can gain access to these group meetings and so much more by joining the Patreon community. Just go to the website, Reparenting Daily, and check out the community tab. There you'll find all the details about what's actually offered. We also have a WhatsApp group and much more to look forward to that will really help you along with your healing journey. And for the last announcement, I'd like to say that we are just releasing our first 2 books now at Reparenting Daily. So you can go to the website, check out the bookstore tab, and at the top, you will see our first 2 official Reparenting Daily books. So I'm so excited to tell you about those, guys. So the first is Reparenting Daily Journal. This is a daily journal that corresponds to the podcast and will be aligned with all of the episodes starting from the 1st of January. That means that each month has a certain theme, and each week is a sub-theme that corresponds to the theme of the month. So if you're really interested in following along with this project, we're going to be stepping things up. Now we're almost half or just over half the way through the year now. So for the second year of the podcast, we're going to be taking it up to a different level, doing some different things to make it more actually interactive and engaging. So I'm really looking forward to that. You can find that on Amazon also if you just search Reparenting Daily Journal. And the second book is a really interesting one that's close to my heart. I've always been a writer since I was younger, and I like to write stories. I also enjoy research and writing research papers. I just really enjoy writing. And so I've created a book which is called Fairy Tales for Reparenting. And these are a collection of stories. And basically, this is volume 1. I'm going to make other volumes as well. But they're a collection of fairy tales that are based on stories that can provide hope and inspiration, encouragement. It's really meant as a way to help you be able to connect with your inner child. So it's a really creative exercise, really for myself to think through these, to have some fun with my imagination. But also reading them is really a good way to connect to your inner child, to get to some of those tender emotions, to do something a bit silly or childlike, You can sit there and, take your teddy bear, if you have one, from the practices that some people say when you're reparenting your inner child. This is something that you can also do to support that journey. It's fun. There are happy stories that will just leave you hopeful and inspired. So let me know what you think of those. You can find both of those on the website, and also check out the Amazon store. They are available on ebook as well as hardback and paperback. And the version volume 2 will be dropping sometime soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be in December or either January, but I'll be sure to let you know. Just working on some final edits there, but hopefully to have that around the corner. So without further ado, let's get started on the daily practice. Today's reading is from the Ching, and today we're reading from Hexagram 48. Ching, the well. Return to the well of goodness. No community can survive without a dependable source of pure water. In a similar way, human beings cannot survive without a reliable source of spiritual nourishment. In fact, we need 2 wells, an external source of guidance, such as the I Ching, and an internal source of guidance, which must be our own good character. This hexagram comes to encourage you to concentrate on developing, purifying, and utilizing your two wells. Notice the name of this hexagram, Ching, the well. The I Ching has survived in countless civilizations for thousands of years for a simple reason. It is an inexhaustible source of spiritual nourishment. It provides us with the fundamental building blocks of a successful life. If you approach it with sincerity, without mistrust or frivolity, it will guide you through every difficult hour with unimpeachable wisdom. If you muddy the well, however, by doubting the I Ching or by placing your ego's desires above the counsel it gives you, you impede your own progress. The purest external well, the I Ching, is also an invaluable aid in developing and cleansing the internal well of your own good character. It will, if you sincere, reveal to you the fundamental issues of your life, and it will instill in you the values necessary to successfully negotiate those issues. The hexagram Ching comes to encourage you not to muddy the well of your good character in any way now. In relating to others, look beyond any external faults or muddiness and acknowledge the clear well that exists somewhere inside of them. No person is without this, and by speaking it to you, and by speaking to it, you strengthen it. If you will follow these counsels, you will meet with a true and lasting success in life. First line: if you throw away proper principles, the well is muddied, and no one can be nourished. Be patient with others and concentrate on correct behavior. Second line: if one has good qualities but neglects them, he breaks the jug and cannot draw from the well. Let go of arrogance and stay on the path of the sage. Third line: your well is clean, but you do not drink from it. You understand what is right, but you avoid it. Draw on the strength of the sage and correct this. Fourth line: the well is in need of lining. Work must be done in the background before the desired results can be achieved. Fifth line: one must not only draw the water from the well, but also drink it. Wisdom is not put to practical use, is meaningless. Sixth line: inner wealth consists of modesty, balance, understanding, and compassion for others. When you have achieved this, your outer fortune will be unlimited. Thank you. And that's the reading for today. Welcome back. As we take a look at Hexagram 48, the well, we find that it symbolizes an enduring source of nourishment, renewal, and sustenance that remains constant despite all external changes. In Reparenting, the well reminds us to return to our inner resources, the deep, untapped wellspring of strength, love, and wisdom that is within each and every one of us. This hexagram emphasizes that life circumstances may shift and relationships may change. We have an internal foundation that can sustain and nurture us when we consciously draw from it. Reparenting involves learning to access this inner well, even when it feels covered by years of neglect or emotional barriers. This well encourages us to dig deep, clearing away the debris of self-doubt, fear, and old patterns to reconnect with the core of who we are. It also teaches us the importance of tending to this well regularly, ensuring it remains a source of clarity and resilience in our healing journey. As we move on to the journal prompts to reflect on for today. Number 1, rediscover your inner well. Reflect on a moment in your life when you felt deeply connected to yourself, a time when you felt clarity, peace, or inner strength. What did that experience teach you about your inner resources? Write about one practice or activity that helps you to reconnect with your inner well. How can you incorporate that into your daily life? And number 2, clearing the well. Think about a pattern, belief, or habit that feels like debris clogging your inner well. What steps can you take to release or transform it? Reflect on the idea that forgiveness, either of yourself or others, is a way to clear emotional boundaries. What does forgiveness mean to you in the context of reparenting? And 3, sustaining your inner resources. Imagine your inner well as a source of endless nourishment. How can you nurture it regularly, ensuring it stays replenished and clear? Write a commitment to yourself to draw from this well when you feel lost or depleted. How does this commitment feel, and what emotions does it bring up with you? That's it for today, and as always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and do be well. And now, let us move on to the final section, the meditation. This is an unguided meditation. I will simply provide some music and you can take some time to relax. Please feel free to choose a location and a place where you feel safe and where you can be undisturbed for the next 10 minutes. You can choose to be sitting down, standing, as you like, wherever you are most comfortable. Thank you for being here and enjoy the meditation.